one of our fearless soldiers, emailed me this link or this clip, this highlight of an interview that Ray Lewis did with Patrick Bet-David. The interview, I'm not sure if it's been fully released yet. I think it was taped earlier this week, but Todd, who emailed it to me, he keeps sending it to me and the link goes down or the YouTube video goes down and gets taken down. I'm not sure if a lot of people have seen this, but it's Ray Lewis explaining what happened to his relationship with Shannon Sharpe. It's fascinating. It's powerful. Let's play the clip and then I'll explain.
Shannon Sharpe, did you think he was one day going to be a good TV guy personality?
Yeah.
And would he say he's going to do it?
Yes, he had already started prepping.
How much before he retired did he tell?
He'd been started.
Oh, so he's known he's going to be doing that.
Yeah.
So you're not surprised by the success he's having with his podcast and TV and him and Skip and Stephen A., all that stuff?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm shocked at his content. I wouldn't, in a million years, the things that Shannon has said now or did now, I would never believe that Shannon will say or do any of this.
Like what?
Simply, I take drinking. Shannon, in my entire career, I've never saw Shannon with a drink, ever. Yeah, and then so I kind of started to watch him, and then we kind of went our own separate ways because I'm like, you're going to take that route. I can't go that route. Never can go that route. And that route is to become so worldly that you become popular because you're talking about ignorance, right? A lot of times, a lot of these gossip conversations that they're having and bringing up all this stuff, I'm not going to do that to nobody. I'm not in the business for that. I'm in life to try to teach people what does it mean to be a better man or get back to the kingdom. Everybody wants the follower. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to make money. That's a tightrope into what you call influence and popularity. Right? The devil has the ability to make you popular. God has the ability to give you influence, that when people see you, they see an image of him. And that's the thing for me that started to switch with not just Shannon, but just a couple of people. I'm like, wow, you would switch out like that? And I think men, given these new platforms, we've overrode what the platform is actually for. Platform is supposed to help somebody find a new direction. We don't help. Everybody just gets on. Everybody's talking.
So this is why I will always defend Ray Lewis. This is why, I love and respect Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is flawed. He's imperfect. There are many of you that won't get over what you believe happened in Atlanta that Super Bowl weekend. Many of you just love trolling and destroying athletes that were involved in some way in some sort of mistake. And Ray Lewis murdered someone. He covered up a murder. I'm not going to debate you on that. I think you have the wrong narrative. I think you miss out on who Ray Lewis is. I've always believed that Ray was and is the heir to the throne left by Jim Brown. Jim Brown was one of the most authentic, real people I've ever met and known in my life. Jim Brown was flawed, made some mistakes, but Jim Brown was sincere and authentic in his desire to help young men, particularly, and it didn't matter the color, but for Jim, particularly for young black men that got lost in gang violence and gang culture, Jim had a sincere desire to help them. And when I listened to Ray Lewis talk, and he's talking about hey man, you have a opportunity to be a representation of God and to influence people into a better way. And Ray is basically saying, I'm not going to just sell out for money. I'm not going to do any and everything for money. And that's what really makes Ray dangerous. That's what makes people revile Ray. That's what makes people not want to see the truth about Ray and what happened in Atlanta and what happened in repentance from Atlanta and how Ray pivoted and brought out the best in himself. And in no way am I suggesting that Ray Lewis is perfect, but what he said here about Shannon Sharpe is what frustrated me about Shannon Sharpe and what frustrates me about a lot of these guys is there's nothing they won't do for money. There's nothing inauthentic they won't do for money. And so Ray is sitting there like a lot of people was like, hey man, Shannon and drinking, that was never him. And now he's, on air, smoking blunts or pretending to smoke blunts, and the whole alcohol thing is like, this dude done switched up for money. And I'm not trying to beat up Shannon Sharpe. I'm trying to get you to understand that everybody knows who has really sold out, who has really done things that aren't consistent with their authentic self, and they've done it solely for money, and everybody pretends like those are the real ones. And they're not. They're not. And part of, if you really study the history between Ray and Shannon, and I was there in 2017, I believe, 2018, when Shannon and Ray's relationship went opposite directions, it was over the Colin Kaepernick deal. And Ray Lewis and the whole kneeling deal, and Ray taking 2 knees with the team, and Shannon and him being very close friends and former teammates, and Shannon being critical of Ray on Undisputed. And Ray took offense to that. I was like, man, I thought we were thicker than this. Man, you know me, you know my heart, you know what I'm about. Why are you doing this to me? And Shannon would, well, it's my job, I'm in the media. It's like, nah, man, the kind of friends that we were supposed to be, the kind of brotherhood we were supposed to share, and the way you know me, this is not how you should be talking about me. This is not the light you should be casting me in. And they fell apart and have gone their separate ways ever since. And so when you're sitting there like Ray Lewis, and a guy is putting on a Malcolm X, a beer drinking, or no, I'm sorry, bourbon drinking, Scott whiskey drinking, blunt smoking, do-rag wearing, Malcolm X impersonation, and Ray sitting there like, man, this dude really likes white girls, and he don't do all this drinking and smoking that he's pretending to do. These beliefs that he's espousing, he would never do what Colin Kaepernick did. Shannon Sharpe would never do. So why is he promoting it like it's the greatest thing? He did it for money. He did it for fame. The world had something to offer him, and he took what the world had to offer him. And hats off to him. But I don't blame Ray for like, hey, I'm going to keep my distance. That's not me. There are people like Ray. There are others that are like Ray that like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to acquire popularity for my ability to lead young men the wrong direction. Hats off to Ray Lewis. Again, I'm not sure when this interview was done. I'm not sure why it keeps disappearing from the internet. It appears to me, because I think I saw a picture of Patrick Bet-David and Ray Lewis together within the last week. I think they spoke together out in Las Vegas or at the MGM Grand somewhere. And so I'm thinking they did the interview in the last week, but I don't know. Maybe it's a year old. Maybe some other people have seen this before. I hadn't seen it. I thought it was fascinating. Wanted to share it with you all. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.